First, I want to express my condolences to the government and the people of Nigeria on the death of President Yar'Adua. My thoughts and prayers are with you as you go through this sad time. I want to express my pleasure as I welcome the organizers of NIDOA Canada World Conference and Partnership Expo, Nigeria at 50, building a successful public and private partnership in developing economy to Parliament Hill. As chair of the Friendship Group, Canada, Nigeria Parliamentary Association, I'm looking forward to hosting delegates on Parliament Hill. The first major event of the conference will be the reception on Parliament Hill next Thursday evening. The NIDOA Canada World Conference and Partnership Expo, Nigeria at 50, building a successful public and private partnership in the developing economy will be held in Ottawa from May 13th to May 16th, 2010. When I traveled to Nigeria earlier this year, I met many people who are interested in pursuing business opportunities with Canadian companies. The conference offers an opportunity to renew this context, make new ones, and continue our discussion regarding prospective business opportunities. The conference will examine Nigeria 50 years after independence and will focus on the foundations requiring to effectively utilize public-private partnerships to promote stronger economy and scientific partnerships between Nigeria and Canada. The conference will offer Canadian and Nigerian businesses an opportunity to showcase their products and services. I look forward to a very interesting and productive conference. I expect all delegates will find the seminars and contacts they will make on the weekend beneficial as we move forward to strengthening ties between Canada and Nigeria. And at this point, I would like to invite Wale Adesanya, the president of the NIDOA chapter in Ottawa, to give us a couple of words and introduce the people behind us.
Thank you very much, Honorable Karygianis. My name is Wale Adesanya again, and I'm the president of the NIDOA Canada Ottawa chapter. My job today is basically to introduce what NIDOA stands for. NIDOA stands for Nigerians in the Diaspora Organization, which is an international organization of Nigerian professionals who are, working together, synergizing together for the betterment of Nigeria. We have 6 chapters in Canada, and Ottawa will be hosting the conference this year at the Chateau Laurier, and I will bring in my Vice President, Ken Nagbo, to explain more about it. Ken.
Thank you, Wally. My name again is Ken Nagbo. The Vice President of NIDOA, Ottawa chapter, a member of the board of NIDOA in Canada. I had an opportunity to visit with Honorable MP to Nigeria this last couple of months ago, and we went there promoting this conference as well for Jim to see himself what Nigeria is all about. And as I continue to say, Nigeria is a gateway to Africa for businesses, and we need a lot of participants from Canada. We need more Canadian presence in Nigeria, and we continue to promote that. And in this conference next week, I'm inviting everybody to come and join us and participate in the conference for the betterment of the Nigeria and the relationship between Nigeria and Canada. I will not take more time. I will pass you to Mr. Aziz Garuba. Aziz is the co-chairman of this conference coming up next week. Thank you.
Thank you, Ken. The 3rd annual conference on building successful public and private partnership in a developing economy is a key one that's coming up in this great time of Nigeria's history. 50 years post-independence, there is little to write home about as far as the development that has gone on in the country. However, we're looking to rewrite the history over the next 50 years by having initiatives engaging the public sector and the private sectors to help with building Nigeria into a better nation in the areas of education, infrastructure, policy making, and projects that revolve around healthcare, transportation, and of course economic reforms as well. So we're inviting every individual, every organization, both in the public and private sector of Canada, that would like to be involved in these initiatives in Nigeria, to come and listen to some of the speakers that we have lined up, and to also get a sense of the opportunities that are available for investment within the country. We do hope that this conference will strengthen and forge better ties between the Canadian government as well as the Nigerian government, and also enhance the business relationship between Canada and Nigeria, and see Canada look at Nigeria as a key ally within the African continent for the next few years. And without further ado, I'd like to pass the mic on to my co-chair as well, Pastor Collins Babalola.
I thank God that it has given us the opportunity to present this special conference, the first of its kind in the history of Nigerian-Canadian bilateral relationship. As we are planning this program, we just heard the news today in Canada that we lost our president. I would like to pray for the president and the nation of Nigeria for healing. Prayer for healing for the nation, to heal the land, to heal the family. That the Almighty God will give them the grace to bear this irreparable loss. The conference we're holding in Canada this year is the first of its class. And in the conference, it has been included a roundtable on Nigeria, which is also a special discussion on the Nigerian-Canadian bilateral relationship. I seize this opportunity to invite every interfaith communities in Canada, coast to coast, to come and witness what the Lord is going to do at this conference. Thank you. I will call on the Honorable MP Karygianis.
Thank you. Thank you for being here and wrapping it up. Next weekend, Nigeria and Canadian Nigerians will be on Parliament Hill participating in this conference, the NIDOA Conference, one of a kind. We invite you to come. Nigeria is the gateway to Africa. Nigeria is the most populous country in Africa, and through Nigeria, we Canadians, in order, can participate and make sure that all the contacts that we need in Africa, all the businesses that we want to do there will be there. Thank you, and I hope to see you next weekend.